What is going on? In this video, I'm going to be uncovering the 3 most expensive areas within Whitby, and I'm also going to be explaining why these areas are the most expensive within Whitby. Could it be that the soil is richer in certain areas, that there is gold on others? Not necessarily, but we'll dig into that so that you can have a better understanding in terms of why certain areas are more expensive than others, because in certain cities when you're looking to move there, and I had to go through this just recently when we've been considering leaving the Durham region to go up north or something like that. Like, we're still not sure what we're doing, but you go into a city and you want to know why those areas are cheaper or why they're more expensive. And that's all this video is going to go over. I'll explain the 3 most expensive areas, but then I will also explain what makes them more expensive, and to help give you a better understanding. So if you are looking to move to Whitby and you're not too familiar with it, it will just help give you a little bit better of an understanding, because the worst thing you want to do when you are moving into an area that you are unfamiliar with is buy in the wrong area. And it happens time and time again, and that's what this channel and these videos are created to help avoid. If you are adamant on using a realtor that's not from the area, then those are kind of the risks that you do risk, but you can avoid that by watching these videos, commenting, liking, and subscribing. If you are looking at moving here, all you have to do is call, text, email, send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest, and I'd absolutely love to help you. My name is Brad Gates, and I am a local realtor here in the Durham region, and I do specialize with helping people move here that are not familiar with the area at all. Just quickly, if you do watch the entire video, some point throughout, there's going to be something that's fairly important that you should know if you are looking to move here. And trust me, this is not just one hook or anything like that to get you to watch it. It is important. Let's get back into the video. So we are in our 3rd most expensive area within Whitby, and it's actually the heart of Whitby, being Rolling Acres, which is my neck of the woods where I live. The average house price is $1,046,000. I'm sitting at Thixon and Dryden, which is the absolute pretty much center of Rolling Acres. It's a good mix between larger homes that you're seeing behind me, but then you have apartments, you have smaller detached townhomes. It's just a good array of different homes. They are relatively on the mid-age, they're built in the 80s and above. And then you have homes like these, which are only about 3 to 4 years old. So it's a good mix. The schools that are in here are average good as well. It's super convenient. So you have 407 to the north, 401 to the south. You're close to the lake. You're not too far from anything, and that's what we really like. We actually live in Rolling Acres, and that's one of the hugest pluses that we see, is you're not far from anything. You have a No Frills, you have a Metro, you have any of the big stores that you could think that you would need. So it's something that if you are looking to move to Whitby, Rolling Acres, definitely an area that you can consider. So without too much talking, I'd like to hop into the truck there, and I'll just drive you around. You can kind of see a little bit more of Rolling Acres to see if it's an area that you would consider for yourself. Okay, so we are right at Thixon and Dryden. So again, right in the middle of Rolling Acres. So it's super convenient, and you can see, like, you have apartment buildings, you have rentals to the right as well. We just passed the No Frills. And then you have a school here to the right, just on the other side of this cyclist here. And this is a well-ranked Catholic school. It is within the top few schools within Whitby. And you'll see, like, big, mature trees. And that's kind of like one of the positives of this area, is it's just very green. And that's kind of the nice thing about it. The homes, good mix as well. You have a single car garage, double car garage, smaller double car garage, a larger double car garage. There's not any bungalows, there's not any side splits or back splits. Again, the makeup of the homes here is predominantly, I think the earliest would be in the 80s, but I'm thinking it's even could be like the 1990s and later type thing. So we'll just go and pop down this street here, why not? Again, these are like the mid-sized to larger double car garage homes that are within the area. So if this is the style of home you're looking for, it is in good contender. They do range. I would say these types of homes that we're passing now could be in the 1.2s to 1.3s. Again, depending on when you're watching this, if you're watching it now as of July 2023, those are the price points. If it's like really, really nice, it could go higher, but for the most part, not necessarily. Not right now anyways. Some of these homes back in the craziness of the market in January, February, March of 2022, if they were really nice, they were going like 1.8. It was just absolutely nuts. So hopefully you didn't buy in that range. There were a few people, I got lucky, a few clients where they didn't have to go to that extreme. But I think January 2022, I didn't actually have one buyer, I don't believe. I think everything was just listings, and it was just nuts. Like there would be like 30 to 40 offers per property, and it was just just absolutely crazy. There was such a shortage of homes, where now inventory has gone up a lot. We are sitting at a very high amount of inventory within the Durham region. I think the last I checked, we were at about 1,400, and that's just freehold. So any condo townhomes, any condo apartments, that's not even included in that number. Where last year you sat in the summer when things were still relatively, earlier this year when things started picking up again, you had it where there was like 600. So it's like the inventory has more than doubled. And that's just one thing that is a huge factor with the market. I know interest rates play a huge role, buyer confidence plays another huge role, but for this, it would mainly be to do with inventory, because if there's no inventory, it doesn't matter what the rates are, it's still going to be hard to find anything, because just people are going to get desperate. When inventory goes up, buyers have more selection, and you have a little bit more options on that point where you don't have to sacrifice. So you're seeing the amount of offers, if any come offer day, get restricted quite a bit. So again, we're driving down Dryden now. So these are the newer homes to the left. These homes are 3 to 4 years old. I think they range 1.5-ish. There was one on my right that we just kind of passed that sold last month for 1.777. So that's kind of like the range. Those are larger. They're about 3,600 square feet, so they are larger. And then, yeah, we're just still in Rolling Acres. And these are newer homes as well. These are, Medallion was the builder of these homes. And so it's a good builder. Then all these homes, they do go to Fallingbrook, which is the highest rated public school within Whitby. And but that was 4 years ago, the last time they tested that. So who knows what the ranks are going to be now. So this is the good thing about these builders, and Minto did, is they incorporated newer homes with older subdivision and mature trees. So you can see the tree line at the far end of the street there. Those homes are 30, 40 years old, and they've put homes in it. They've kept those kind of mature trees. So it's not like it's farmland that they just built on. There was a lot of trees here, and they tried to keep as much as they could. Unfortunately, a lot did go, but yeah, they still kind of kept them. Some people take care of their grass, some people do not. So this is Darren Avenue we're coming up to. We are still in the same vicinity, and to the right here you'll see that there are townhomes. I believe they have small POTL fees on that because it is kind of a street of townhomes that are kind of right off of Vixen. I could be wrong on that, but that's what I do believe. POTL, parcel of title land, so they have typically smaller fees that are associated, and all it covers really is road maintenance, which would be like the plowing and stuff, and garbage pickup. So it doesn't cover much more than that. That's why the fees are relatively in and around like $132. And then we'll go here. This is Sutcliffe Drive, so this is kind of not too far from my house. I've walked down these streets, everything like that, right at Dixon and Roslyn. And then you have the stacked townhomes. Stacked townhomes? No, they're the 3 and 4 story townhomes on the left. And then you have traditional townhomes on the right. And you'll see kind of right in front of us there. Those are the traditional towns that don't have any fees associated with them. These here in the height of the market, we're going in and around the 1.3. And then now they sit and they're in and around like the million, depending on how it is. And the homes are not too much older. And then right ahead there, those are more of the rear townhomes. So some of them are back to back. Yeah, that's what I meant. So these are townhomes where you own the front and the back. The one thing that you should know if you are looking at moving to Whitby is that there is a Hells Angels clubhouse that is actually in the northern part of Whitby. It's actually right back there, and it's being developed now, the land that's here, so you can see the buildings where those would have all been kind of covered within trees and stuff, so you had no idea it was there. I never even knew there was a clubhouse here, and it wasn't until last year when it made the news, and there was huge coverage that was here when the police were pretty much checking everybody going through that area. They blocked it off to people who were looking to go through if you didn't live there. So it's just one of those things that you should know if you are looking to move to Whitby. There is a Hells Angels clubhouse. Do your research on that, and let's get back into the video. But then some of the ones that we passed, they were rear lane townhomes. And what that means is back-to-back townhomes, which means that there's two homes that are kind of attached at the back. So you have no backyard, no back windows, no nothing like that. So on the right side of the street, you're gonna see more of the traditional townhomes. And then kind of on our left, you'll see the larger detached homes. And so this kind of covers off Rolling Acres. Let me know what you think of the area. And let me know if you like other things incorporated into these type of driving tours when I'm showing you a little bit of the neighborhoods, because if you're not easily able to come here, sometimes watching these videos could be a little bit easier for you. So let's move on to the next area. When I say our next point, you're probably going to think that this is what it would look like. In reality, whoa. Yeah, so this is actually what it looks like. It's rural Whitby, and the average house price, $1,098,000, so almost approaching the 1.1 million range. And mainly it's so new. So this used to be all rural, and it goes all the way north just to below Brooklyn, and they've been developing it. So this here is between Roslyn and Taunton. So it is on Coronation, so it's kind of like, this used to be all open field. And back when I lived in Oshawa and I was commuting to Brampton or Sherway Gardens, and I would take the 407, I would be driving down this road, and it was pretty much farmland. And so it's kind of cool to see what it's been developed into. Tons of new stuff going in here. Right across the street from me, there's a park that is being built now. It's absolutely huge, but you have a lot of homes like this, and the makeup of the homes here is townhomes, semi-detached and detached, and they're very modern. So the rural Whitby was part of that 5-home developer that you'll see that's right at Taunton and Country Lane, or Taunton and Coronation, something like that, where it was 5 builders that are there, and they've just been like pumping the homes into this area, and it's been really good for it because it's all just been empty land. So let's hop into the truck and give you a little bit of a tour of what rural Whitby looks like now. So we are in rural Whitby, driving north on Coronation. So you can just see to the left is these rear lane townhomes, and why they call it that is kind of like you drive in through the back of it. And then to our right, you'll see there's some modern detached homes and some traditional townhomes. If you are looking at moving into this area, I do have a townhome that is for rent and for sale. So it's kind of like whatever happens first. So again, rural Whitby, and townhomes are to my left now, and then you have the modern detached to the right. So the homes are new, they don't even have grass yet. When you do buy new homes, they do include paving your driveway, and they do include laying the grass. They do not include fences, so that is a price point you will have to budget for yourself. And then one thing to keep in mind is if you are planning on doing anything yourself, such as finishing your basement, stuff like that, you potentially could be ruining your, or voiding your your carry-on warranty. So just one thing to keep in mind. So again, you're just seeing some semis that are modern, like very, very modern, which I think, yeah, these are Fieldgate homes. Fieldgate, Great Gulf, Opus, and those are the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. So these are more on the modern side. terms of school, they will be building the schools, so there's no point in going too much into details there, where the schools that they'd be going to now could change within the next few years, just because whenever they develop a new area, they put homes in first and then they kind of bring the schooling in after. So in the meantime, they do bus children to and from school that would typically be outside of the boundary. So again, just seeing more on the modern side for these homes. So I'll go a little bit more north where we'll see some of the traditional style type homes. That way I can give you a little bit more of a taste. So I will come back when we are there. So we are in the same area pretty much. You can tell like the homes change a little bit. They're no longer those like contemporary modern homes. It's more of the traditional style. And yeah, you can see like on the tops of the roofs, there's those little pickets or chair rails, something like that. So again, more associated with the traditional style homes. But yeah, the homes are nice. The lots are decent sizes. If I remember correctly, these group of 5 builders, the largest lot size they did provide was a 40-foot wide, and then depth, some were really deep, others were not. So it just depended kind of on the lot that you had selected. So this kind of gives you an idea of this area, rural Whitby, and I will pause it again. I'll come back a little bit more when we are more towards the more isolated part of rural Whitby. And so now we're driving on Coronation still, but we are passing Taunton. So you'll see, again, this is gonna change. On the left is all open field that has been surveyed and flattened. So this will all be homes. On the right, probably will as well. But at this point, yeah, nothing, doesn't look like they've even started doing anything. There's still homes here, people living, just to give an idea. So this would be like the other parts of rural Whitby, where if you were looking for homes that were custom built on larger lots or farmland, that kind of thing, this could be like an area where you might find that, because it was just an open area and people just built homes, and some of them were built a long time ago, other has been done recently. Tons of money is coming to the Greater Toronto area from different parts of the world, and when I say that, I mean people moving here, and then they love the custom building of homes and estate styles, and so that's kind of what we're seeing right now. So when you think rural Whitby, this is kind of what you would anticipate, but in reality, it's a good mix between farmland, big estate homes, but then you have those cookie cutter townhomes, cookie cutter detached, and I guess that means like subdivision style homes. You will find that as well. So this kind of give you a little bit of taste of the rural Whitby. So again, if you are looking at homes that are on well and septic, this could be an area that you would want to consider, because you're going to get acre lots. You're not going to get 40 by 120. Well, you would in the newer part of the rural Whitby, but outside of that, if you're looking for the larger homes on bigger lots or smaller homes on bigger lots, this would be an area that you would want to consider. So we are finally at the most expensive area within Whitby, and it is Brooklyn. So the average house price here is $1,154,000. So it's about 60-ish thousand above its second most expensive area within Whitby. And some of the things that make Brooklyn very attractive has to do with like a small, quaint downtown feel. It's something kind of out of a video. Tons of character here. It is very, very north, so that's kind of a negative of it. If you catch the 401 or anything, you are probably about a 20-minute drive to catch the 401. So if you're commuting to the GO station, anything like that, you do have to tack that on. The area is made up of townhomes. There are some condos, like low-level condos that are here. You have older homes that are on larger lots, like bungalow type things. You have newer homes. You have huge, huge homes. And one of the streets, one of my favorite streets within Whitby, is actually within Brooklyn. And so you'll see a video coming up where it's the most expensive streets within Whitby, but stuff like that. So without too much more talking, let's just hop into the truck and I'll give you a little bit tour of Brooklyn. So we are just driving south on Baldwin, which is Brock, which is Highway 12. Highway 12 goes all the way north to Aurelia. And just to give you an idea of what this area kind of looks like. So this is Carnwith Drive. This pretty much goes from where we are now and then it can take you all the way to Thixon. It's a good mix of homes within Brooklyn. You have larger detached, mid-sized detached, townhomes, just a really good mix. And you will find some of the much larger homes within Brooklyn as well. If you go to the north side, which is at, I think it's Highway 7, no, sorry, Columbus and Baldwin. There's an area there that has quite large homes. This here, just like the Carnwith, nice drive to have, tons of green. So you are within Brooklyn. It's an area that's in strong demand. The only downfall that I've really noticed just has to do with the distance from the 401. So if you are dependent on the 401 or the GO station, you just want to be cautious of that. This is the type of street that I haven't actually showed you within Whitby yet, and it's one of the original streets. So this would have been in the 60s or 70s, and you'll just see larger lots, long driveways, and the homes are bungalows and side splits, some double car garage. So it's just really nice. So if you are looking for those homes that give you that country feel, but you want to be in the city, this could be a good contender for you because they are on city services, but you have those much larger lots. And the development here is going to continue to go up. So if you're looking to buy that home that, you know, at some point, maybe 20 years from now, maybe sooner, that you are going to get this huge payday by a developer, again, this could be that area because it's just larger lots and it's in a decent area. So you're in Brooklyn, and let me show you the downtown a little bit more too. This is actually a good example of what's happening on these larger lots. You'll see that the house that was here was taken down and they're building something. And who knows what it is, but that home right next to us would have been more similar in terms of what was in that big hole of a lot that we see now. So yeah, let's go check out the downtown. So this here is the Brooklyn High School that you can see behind these trees. You'll see it a little bit better once we, there you go. So yeah, Brooklyn High School, so it's a well-rated school as well. So we're heading south on Baldwin now, or Brock, and seeing the downtown. So this kind of gives you a little bit, so it's got and little shops, and they're mostly unique shops as well. So you have like a Home Hardware, which is one of those small like hardware shops that for something so small they seem to have a lot, and if they don't have it they order it in. So that's kind of like the good thing about it. So you're just kind of seeing that. So this is like the downtown, so it's a great area to walk during the summer. Ice cream shop that is here as well, and so a lot of people will do that. So on hot nights you'll see by the ice cream shop that there are a lot of people outside, and yeah, so you're just kind of seeing it out. Small like bistro type places, and then you'll have these like a little bar to the right, and then a little kind of strip plaza that has little kind of unique shops and office buildings and stuff on above. So it's kind of like the Brooklyn downtown type area, and then they're developing it because you see that there is buildings going up right there, and it's just the growth here, pretty much same as everywhere within the Whitby area, has just been it's been quite busy for builders. They are adding in a Longo's. I saw that was being built, if it's not opened already by the time you're kind of watching this. But there's LCBO, beer store, Shoppers Drug Mart, yeah, just tons of little stuff. So if you are looking for an area that has that small town feel, that you're going to be safe in, all that kind of stuff, this could be an area. The one thing just to consider, if you go too far north, you could be close to the Hells Angels Clubhouse, which is just something that you want to pay attention to, or at least be aware of, because that summer when they were here and they had that Canada-wide clubhouse meeting type thing, it was something the first time that I ever really saw a lot of Hells Angels here, and they were at the hotels on the south part, and you just see them around, and they were fine, and they created no problems or anything like that. But it's just, again, one of those things that I'm just trying to create awareness for. So if you are looking to move here, using a local realtor, it's these types of things that just help you make a proper decision. Well, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like it, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. If you are looking at moving to the Durham region or away from the Durham region at that matter, and you would like help, all you have to do is call, text, email, send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you. And I'm just here to make everything just go so much easier. This channel, these videos are all just to help those that are looking to move to the Durham region become a little bit more familiar with it, because as you are moving to a new area, you're not familiar with it, you definitely just don't want to make a mistake, because it's a large investment that you just want to be careful with. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out the other videos on my channel as well, and again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. All my contact information is below in the description. Thanks for watching, and until next time.